Hello everyone, I'm Amber and welcome back to my channel. Have you noticed that you get along better with certain people rather than others? It's easy to talk to some of your friends. You always find the right words and everything just flows so smoothly. There were never really any conflicts and you liked each other. With other people, however, everything just went wrong. What you said fell on deaf ears and they misunderstand you. We think those people are idiots, but it's really because everything we say to a person is filtered through his frame of reference, biases, and preconceived ideas. What remains is ultimately the message that he understands. So today I want to talk about this book called Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erikson. And in this book, he uses what is perhaps the world's most widely used method to describe the differences in human communication, DISA, an acronym that stands for dominance, inducement, submission, and analytic ability. These four terms are the primary behaviour types, which describes how people see themselves in relationship to their environment. Each of these behaviour types is associated with a colour: red, yellow, green, and blue. So let me start off by describing the characteristics of each of these four behaviour types. The red person is a dynamic and driven individual. He has goals in life that many others find difficult to even imagine. Since his goals are so highly ambitious, achieving them seems to be impossible. Reds strive forward, always pushing themselves harder, and they almost never give up. Their belief in their own ability is unsurpassed. They carry inside them the firm belief that they can achieve anything if they just work hard enough. Decisive and independent. People who have a lot of red in their behavior are task-oriented extroverts and they enjoy challenges. They make quick decisions and are often comfortable taking the lead and taking risks. These are people who willingly take command and go to the fore. They are so driven that they will go through despite any obstacle in their path. Their disposition is ideal in competitive situations. It's not unusual for a CEO or president to have lots of red in his behavior. Competitive. Competition is present in everything Reds do. The exact nature of the competition is unimportant. It's the competitive element that keeps Red running on all cylinders. Direct. Reds have no problem being blunt. When asked a specific question, they often say exactly what they think, without any frills. They see no need to wrap things up in a bunch of empty phrases. When a thought pops into their heads, everyone knows it immediately. They have opinion on most things, and they throw their thoughts out quickly and efficiently. Resolute and strong-willed. If you need someone with extra energy, you may want to invite a Red into the team or project group. They fight tirelessly along when others have already given up. If the task is important enough, a Red will go through fire and water to complete it. But if he feels it has no purpose, into the trash it goes. Prompt and time conscious. Quick is synonymous with good for Reds. Few things annoy Reds more than sluggishness. If a meeting or discussion drags on, he may interrupt and ask if it's really necessary to prolong the issue. When other people may find it difficult to make a decision, Reds are prepared to make quick decisions in order to keep things moving. ambitious. Rats love difficult tasks, so their level of ambition is usually boundless. The ability to manage difficult situations and challenges is a defining attribute of rat behavior. Rats set higher demands on themselves than any of the other colors do, and they are always prepared to work hard. Results-oriented. Rats aren't afraid to make decisions. Their fearlessness dares them to tackle things that make others hesitate. This is usually evident when things get rough, and they are undaunted by tough decisions or tricky decisions. It is no coincidence that many entrepreneurs are rats. Famous rats include Steve Jobs, Venus Williams, Margaret Thatcher, Barack Obama, and Mother Teresa. Charming, outgoing, and open. With their incurable positive outlook on life, yellow individuals give joy to the people around them with their cheerful acclamations and entertaining jokes. Outgoing and easygoing. The yellow's tremendous energy is focused on having fun and devoting themselves to social togetherness. Everyone must be involved, and the yellow will not let anyone be gloomy. Optimistic and enthusiastic. If there's anything that characterizes yellow behavior, it's unlimited optimism and enthusiasm. Few things can keep their good mood away for long. The yellow's entire being is concentrated on one thing, finding opportunities and solutions. Inspiring and convincing. Since yellow individuals are so positive and cheerful, they spread joy and warmth to those around them. With their uncontrollable optimism, they demolish all opposition quite effectively. Resourceful. If there's anything yellows have an aptitude for, it's seeing solutions where others do not. Yellows have the unique ability to twist and turn things. To put it simply, they turn everything upside down and think outside the box. Call it whatever you want, but their thinking doesn't always follow any set pattern. Creative and flexible. Yellows are also helped by the fact that they rarely have any limitations. A yellow dares to go beyond the usual conventions when he's in creative mode. Yellows are rarely concerned about limitations such as structure and hierarchy in a business. In fact, they don't seem to know that they're persuasive and communicative. It's easy for them to get carried away, seeing opportunities and solutions where others might only see a dead end. With the help of language, they really are the masters at winning people over to their side. Most yellows have a rich and varied way of gesticulating so that they convince you with not only their words, but with their entire bodies. Relationship. They have more acquaintances than everyone else. They like everyone. A yellow person doesn't need to know a person very well before calling him his friend. Anyone who doesn't actively dislike them, they consider to be a pal. Famous yellows include Oprah Winfrey, Robbie Williams, Ellen DeGeneres, Pippin from The Lord of the Rings, and Han Solo from Star Wars. Kind. Green people are kindness personified. You can expect a helping hand whenever you need it. They are pronounced rational people who will do everything within their power to save your relationship. And they will invest lifelong. Good listener. A green is always more interested in you than in himself. And if perchance he should be interested in himself, he will never dream of showing it. You often find greens in public sector where they help people, with no concern for personal gain. Team player. They are also pronounced team players. The team, the group, the family always comes before the individual. They will not leave a friend in need. You can call them at any time. They always offer a shoulder to cry on. Stable. Change isn't their greatest strength, even though change isn't completely foreign to them. If you can just simplify the change and give him enough time, even a green will be prepared to try new things. Friendly and pleasant. Greens are relationship people, and their interest in others is genuine and authentic. A green wants to stay on good terms with everyone, so he will even help people he doesn't really like that much. He thinks well of most people and is confident in others' abilities. Reliable. If a green says that he will do something, you can be confident he will do it. It won't be done in the shortest amount of time possible, but it will show up in your inbox roughly within the expected time frame. They don't have problem taking orders, as long as the orders are formulated in an appealing fashion, considerate and discreet. Greens hear what you actually are saying. They have a genuine ear for human problems. They might not offer any suggestions or solutions, but they are good listeners. Predictable. Greens enjoy predictability and a certain stability in just about everywhere. Calm and stable. Greens are great at keeping calm and carrying on. Thoughtful and patient. Greens have infinite regard for those around him. This is partly the reason why it's difficult to get a straight answer from a green. He's always trying to satisfy everyone else. Famous greens include Gandhi, Michelle Obama, Jimmy Carter, and Jesus. Detail-oriented, quality-oriented, and thorough. For a blue, things can't be allowed to go wrong. Quality is all that matters. No detail is too small to be noticed. Cutting corners is simply not an option for a blue. Accurate and correct. Blues make sure they know how things stand before they open their mouth. You can usually bank on the fact that what he says is correct. Orderly, systematic, and methodical. A blues home is organized in a particular way. Everything has its own spot, and nothing is out of place. A blue guy always puts things back where they belong. Cautious. Blues are generally very cautious. They often think safety first. A blue will hold off and consider everything one more time. For the blue, the trip is more logical. Logical and rational thinking is critical to a blue. They value logical thinking highly, but they can easily become depressed when things don't go their way. Reflective. Most blues are very introverted. They don't sing a single word unnecessarily. But introverted doesn't mean silent. It just means they're very active in their inner world. Unassuming. It's rare that a blue person will feel the need to stand on the rooftops or to toot his own horn in order to make it clear who the real expert is. Famous blues include Bill Gates, Albert Einstein, Sandra Day O'Connor, and Mr. Spock from Star Trek.